Hi children, welcome back to a science class. So children, in the last class we have completed our lesson number 1. Okay, that is the sexual reproduction in plants. So we understood how sexual reproduction will take place in plants, as well as now we are into the new lesson. Okay, we are into the new chapter. Now let us see what is the next chapter, what is the next content once the fertilization is done. Okay, once the fertilization is done, there ovary is becoming a fruit and ovules are becoming the seeds. Now once we get all those things, what will be happening the next? What will be happening? Let us see. So the next you can say it as, I'll just brief you, you can see. Okay, you can just check out. In the plants reproduction, okay, so plants reproduce in two types. One is sexually, the other one is asexually. Plants reproduce in two forms. One is sexually, the other one is asexually. Yes or no? One is sexually, the other one is asexually. So we already learnt in the last chapter, sexually means which takes place, reproduction takes place in the flowers. Reproduction takes place in the flowers. Asexually means that is the reproduction takes place through vegetative parts. It takes place through vegetative parts. That may be roots or stem or leaf. Okay, these are the vegetative parts. This we learnt in grade 4. Yes or no? We learnt in grade 4. In this, that is about flower. Sexually we learnt in grade 5. So in reproduction, two types. One is sexual, the other one is asexual. Sexually will be taking place in flowers and asexual will be taking place through vegetative parts. This is what we learnt. Now we already know sexually it will take place through flowers. Yes or no? Now you can say that the flowering plants, okay, sexual reproduction in flowering plants will result, okay, will result in the formation of fruits containing the seeds. So once the reproduction takes place in flowers, after the fertilization, okay, after the fertilization, we get fruits and we get seeds. Yes or no? After fertilization, we get fruits as well as seeds. Okay, after fertilization, we get fruits as well as seeds. Where fruits, okay, where fruits are nothing but the ovary. Fruits are nothing but ovary. Fruits are nothing which gives rise to, that is ovary will be giving rise to fruits, whereas ovules will be giving rise to seeds. Ovules will be giving rise to seeds. Yes or no? Ovules will be giving rise to seeds. So now we understood, that is the flowers, after the fertilization, flowers are being giving fruits as well as seeds inside it. Yes or no? Seeds inside it. So we can say that most of the flowering seeds will produce large number of seeds. They will produce large number of seeds. Yes or no? More number of seeds. This seed will be growing into a new plant. Yes or no? That seed will be growing into a new plant. Seed will be growing into a new plant. Yes or no? Seed will be growing into a new plant. So as they produce large number of seeds, the ovules will be changing into seeds and this seeds will produce large number of new plants. Okay, so in today's class, we will learn how new plants are growing from this seed. Okay, in this chapter, okay, in this chapter, we'll be learning how the new plant is been growing from seeds. So our chapter is seed germination and seed dispersal. How the germination, that is how the new plant will be growing from the seeds, and how it is being dispersed from one place to the other place. Like how in flowers also we had biotic agents and abiotic agents, that is pollinating agents. Same way here also, how the dispersal will be taking place by the seeds, how seeds are getting dispersed, we will see in this chapter. Yes. Next, we'll move on with seeds. So, as we know that we discussed that in this chapter, we'll be learning about the seed germination and dispersal. That is how from the seeds, how new plants will be growing. How new plants will be growing, we'll be learning in this chapter. So, we already know that seeds are nothing but the product after fertilization. Yes or no? Seeds are nothing but the product after, you can say it is after fertilization. Seeds are the product after fertilization. Seeds are the product after fertilization. After fertilization, you get seeds. That is, ovules are being changing into seeds. So, you can say, for example, the seeds, all the seeds doesn't be same. They don't look same. All the seeds will not be same. There will be, the seeds will be of different size. They will be of different size. They will be of different shape, and they will be of different color. Yes or no? Seeds will be of different size. It will be of different colors. It will be of different size. But whatever it is, the basic structure, whatever the shape, size, color, let it be, but they will have the same basic structure. All the seeds will have same basic structure. The structure will be same. For example, like us, you assume that, even we are a human beings. So there are different varieties of human beings. Yes or no? But they may be of different color, they may be of different size, they may be of different shape. Yes or no? All it may be different. They have the different features, they'll have different characteristics. Yes, but they all are human beings. Yes, our basic structure is the same. We all are human beings, we have the basic structure. Same way, even seeds will have different size, different shape, different color, but the basic structure will be same. The structure of the seeds will be same for all kinds of seeds. Understood? For all kinds of seeds, it will be of the same. So now, few seeds will be small and few seeds will be bigger. Because they'll have different sizes, they'll have different shape. Few seeds will be very large and few seeds will be very small. Next, we'll move on with the structure of seeds. Under structure of seeds, there are three structures. In the seeds, there are three structures. The first one is seed coat. Next, cotyledons or seed leaf. Then you'll have embryo. Embryo consists of two types. One is radicle, the other one is plumule. Embryo consists of radicle and plumule. So the structure of seeds are three types. One is seed coat. It will have the parts of seeds. The parts of seeds are seed coat, cotyledons or seed leaf, and the embryo. Embryo will be having radicle and plumule. Now let us come to the structure, how the seed usually looks. This is how the seed, just the rough sketch I have done. This is how the seed will be there. So there will be a layer. Understood? The seed will have a layer. It is the outermost covering. It is the outermost covering of the seed. The outermost covering of the seed, we call it as seed coat. The outermost covering, we call it as, this is the outermost covering. The outermost covering of the seed, we call it as seed coat. We call it as seed coat. And the function of the seed coat is to protect the seed. It is used to protect. It will be protecting the seed. It will protect the seed from the external damage. So the seed coat will protect the seeds from the external damage. This is the function of seed coat. when you start removing the layer of the seed coat, okay, when you start removing the layer of the seed coat, you get some fleshy part, okay, you get some fleshy part. Yes or no? When you start removing the layer of the seed coat, you get some fleshy part. Understood? You get some fleshy part. That fleshy part we call it as cotyledons. When you can open it, yes or no? You can open that. When you open the layer, okay, you will get two seeds. Okay, that is the two seeds. That is nothing but the cotyledons. The fleshy part we call it as cotyledons, or we can call it as seed leaf. Okay, it can be cotyledons or we can call it as seed leaf. Okay, it is called as cotyledons or seed leaf. So what is the purpose of this cotyledons? What is the use? Okay, so usually this cotyledons, what they do is, okay, cotyledons, they will store the food, children. How leaf will store the food? Same way in the seed, okay, this cotyledons or seed leaf will store the food. Okay, they will store the food. We already know always the food will be stored in the form of starch. Okay, here same way even this cotyledons will store the food for the embryo, for the growing embryo in the form of starch. Understood? The function of cotyledons is to store the food. The function of cotyledons is to store the food in the form of starch. So, later on, this food will be giving nourishment. Okay, it will give the nourishment to the embryo, that is the growing embryo. So, whatever the cotyledons is storing the food, that will be later on giving to the embryo. That is, they will give the nourishment to the growing embryo. So, we learn the two parts. That is the seed coat. So, seed coat is nothing but which protects the seed, understood, from the external damage. Next, coming to the cotyledons or seed leaf, it is the fleshy part. Okay, once you remove the seed coat, you will get the fleshy part, that we call it as cotyledons or seed leaf, which will store the food for the growing embryo in the form of starch. Okay, it will store, the cotyledons will store the food for the growing embryo in the form of starch. So now we learned the two parts, that is the seed coat, the other one is the cotyledons. Now we'll move on with the next part of the structure, that is the embryo. Okay, this embryo will be present in between this cotyledons. When you open the cotyledons, okay, this embryo will be present. So embryo, it is nothing but the baby plant. You can say as baby plant or baby. Understood? So this embryo is nothing but the baby plant. This baby plant will be growing. It will be in between the two cotyledons. It will be in between the cotyledons. Okay. Now, once it has got all this starch, okay, that is the food. It is getting the nourishment. So, once it is getting all the nourishments or taking the food from this cotyledons or the seed leaf, it will start growing. The embryo will start growing into a new plant. When it starts growing into a new plant, understood? So, when it starts growing into a new plant, this baby plant, understood? This baby plant will have two main structures or two main parts. Okay, so it has taken the food from the cotyledons. Now the baby plant started growing slowly. When the baby plant when it starts growing slowly, two parts will be arising. Okay, two parts will be arising. That is nothing but the radicle. The other one is the plumule. Okay, that is nothing but the radicle. Two main parts, that is radicle. The other one is the plumule. What is this radicle? You can have a doubt. Ma'am, this is the new words we have not learnt. I'll tell you. This radicle is nothing but, children, which further, okay, this baby plant should grow into a big plant or big tree. Yes or no? So, this radicle will be giving rise to roots. It will grow, the radicle only will be growing as roots. Okay, you can easily remember. Radical, roots. That is RR. Okay, radical, roots. So, radicle will be growing into the roots and plumule will be growing into the shoot system. Understood? Plumule will be growing into the shoot system, where radicle will be growing into the roots and plumule will be growing into the shoot system. So now once they start growing, you get a very big plant or a big tree. These are the structure of seeds. Okay, these are the structure of seeds. So In the seeds, in the parts of a seeds, there are three. That is the seed coat, cotyledons or seed leaf, embryo or the baby plant. So seed coat, which protects, that is the layer, outermost layer of the seed, and it protects the seed from the external damage. Next, cotyledons or the seed leaf, it is the fleshy part. Okay, once you remove the seed coat, you get the fleshy part. That is nothing but the cotyledons, which will store the food for the growing embryo in the form of starch. Now coming to embryo, that is nothing but the baby plant. So embryo will take all the food from this cotyledons and it starts growing. Once it starts growing, it will be giving rise to two parts. One is the radicle, the other one is the plumule, where radicle will be growing into the roots and plumule will be growing to the shoot system. These are the structure of seeds. Okay, I need in the next class, children, in the next class, you just soak, okay, before coming to the next class, soak some seeds in the water. Okay, soak some seeds in the water and remove the seed from that water and tie it in the cloth and keep it for 2 days or 1 or 2 days. You see some of the plant start, a white color layer, that is a white color plant will start growing. That is the embryo will start growing. So in the next class, please everybody have that in your hand. Any seed, you can take any seed, soak it in the water, take it out from the water, and you can, and for 1 or 2 days you see that a small plantlet growing from that seed. So please in the next class everybody keep it ready. Okay children? Yes. Next we'll move on with the types of seeds. The next topic is types of seeds. So we have learnt the structure of seeds, that is the parts of seeds. Now we'll move on with the types of seeds. In types of seeds, there are two types of seeds, that is monocot seeds, the other one is dicot seeds. Okay, two types, one is monocot seeds, the other one is dicot seeds. Mono itself indicates that is 1. Okay, mono means 1. Di means 2. Okay, di means 2. So now we will see what is this monocot seeds. Monocot seeds are the seeds which contain only one cotyledon, children. It consists of, or it will have only, it will have only one cotyledons. Okay, it will have only one cotyledons or, okay, seed leaf. Okay, it will have only one cotyledon or seed leaf. For example, you have seen wheat. Okay, wheat seed. Okay, if you take rice, okay, bajra you can take, as well as even paddy. Okay, all those are the seeds. That is nothing but the monocot seeds. Means they'll have only one cotyledon. You cannot split open it. Okay, you cannot split open it. Understood? So they'll have only one cotyledons or seed leaf. Those we call them it as monocot seeds. Next, coming to the dicot seeds, as I told, 2. Okay, you can easily tell, ma'am, dicot seeds are nothing but they'll have 2 cotyledons. Okay, they'll have 2 cotyledons or seed leaf. Okay, they'll have 2 cotyledons. Any seeds which consist of 2 cotyledons or seed leaf. Example, best example, everybody would have seen groundnut. Yes or no, everybody would have seen groundnut or mango seed. Yes or no, children? Groundnut, when you split open it, you get 2. One separate seed. Yes or no? That are nothing but the seed leaf. That is nothing but the cotyledons. When you split open, you get 2 cotyledons. Those we call it as dicot seeds. Understood? Seeds are of 2 types. That is monocot seeds. The other one is dicot seeds. In monocot seeds are nothing but the seeds which contain only one cotyledons or seed leaf. Example, you can give wheat, rice, bajra and paddy. When coming to the dicot seeds, in dicot seeds are the seeds which consist of 2 cotyledons. That is a 2 seed leaf. That is examples you can give us groundnut and mango. And so now we have done with the structure of seeds and types of seeds. So children, in your textbook, okay, in your textbook, after the types of seeds, you have a table. Okay, you will be having a table. That is do real-time activity. Please, with the help of your parents, do that real-time activity and fill that table. Understood? While coming to the next class, I need all the kids to be, you have to complete that real-time activity. Thank you children. We'll meet up in the next class.